Ford, and once his food was handed over, an order of curly fries were missing from the bag. When he asked for them, he was told no. That's when the argument started. You can see Ramos in his red pickup truck going back and forth with Ford. She walks away, comes back, and the argument continues. This went on for roughly 9 minutes before things escalated. Watch this. As Ford walks away from the window a second time, she pulls out a gun from her pocket, checks it, and then puts it back. Another employee approaches the window to try and resolve the situation. But in the midst of that, Ford comes back and starts arguing with Ramos yet again. This time, things are more heated. Eventually, she starts throwing ketchup packets into his truck window. So he started throwing things back. The other employee closes the drive-through window and locks it. But then Ford comes back yet again, unlocks the window, points her gun directly at Ramos, and starts shooting as he speeds away. Luckily, none of those bullets struck Ramos's vehicle and no one was injured. Ford was charged and convicted of deadly conduct, and recent documents show her probation ended in June of 2023.
A man attacked from behind in a Bucktown alley by two men. The whole thing caught on camera. CBS 2's Sabrina Franza live for us in Bucktown with more on what happened. Sabrina?
Joe, this victim was walking down an alley with a slice of pizza in one hand and two attackers over his shoulder. It was all caught on video, which might be disturbing to some viewers. Right into the fence. This person couldn't see this was coming, and then he fought back. Rewind. You can see him walking with a slice of pizza before two people jump for him and knock him to the ground. We've muted the audio to avoid open. The damage is still being assessed.
This is just very stupid. I don't know why they keep on doing it.
They're not accomplishing anything by doing this, you know, but they hurt in their neighborhoods, they hurt in the stores.
Free apples! Free apples! Police are now using this video for evidence. People swarming the Center City Apple Store Tuesday night, grabbing phones and tablets and bolting. Police say that voice you hear belongs to 21-year-old Deja Blackwell, known as Meatball on social media. Behind the narration, live streaming the looting, amassing thousands more followers, and broadcasting what stores and which locations to loot. Chaos started around 8 p.m. in Center City. The Apple Store, Lululemon, and Foot Locker hit, but it didn't stop there. The looting extending to locations in Northeast Philadelphia and West Philadelphia. Mom and pop stores, pharmacies, state liquor stores. Police say a caravan of vehicles drove to different locations, all the while Blackwell broadcasting and encouraging people to follow. Now at least 52 people have been arrested, including Blackwell. You see her crying in her mugshot. She posted bail overnight and is expected back in court next month. Police say the crimes were not connected to the earlier peaceful protest over the earlier court decision. The mayor emphasized that the looters need to be held accountable.
We've made 52 arrests already and counting. And
of a theft. The suspect got away with a vacuum filled with angry hornets. Action News reporter Caroline Goggin now with the full story from Frankfurt.
Meet Don Shump. He's the owner of Philadelphia Bee Company, a beekeeping operation based in the city.
We do removals of anything that flies and stings.
They relocate honeybees and bumblebees, and for hornets and wasps, they freeze and study them. That's what he was planning to do after a job last Thursday in Malvern, where he siphoned hundreds of hornets.
In terms of what we deal with in this area, they're the largest social stinging insect in the region.
Shump had the insects trapped in a shop vac like this one. He put it in the back of his truck to make the drive home to Frankfurt, where he parked it for the night.
The truckway I was driving is new, and so I haven't had a chance to get a wrap put on it yet. So there was no clear signage as to what might be in the vehicle.
And sometime between 9 o'clock Thursday night and 7 on Friday morning, someone stole the vacuum out of the bed of the truck.
Whoever it was that grabbed this grabbed a shop vac that was filled with several hundred hornets, and not just the workers, they had a preponderance of queens.
We got up close and personal with some of the hornets from that same group. Shump says they are large and can be aggressive, and that the nest inside the stolen shop vac
Closures and ongoing problems with theft and violence. I just come out of there. I got me some eggs, some bananas, some avocados.
Anthony uses it for his groceries, and David is here for a birthday present.
I just want to lose something for my son, whose his birthday today.
Countless residents in East Harlem rely on this Target on East 117th Street, but now Target says it's closing this store in a matter of weeks, citing rampant shoplifting that threatens the safety of employees and customers.
They come here, they steal. And I told them, they're hurting the neighborhood.
This woman has worked at this Target location since it opened in 2010. She asked not to be identified, but shared with us her frustration with shoplifters who often come in mobs, emptying shelves.
They thought they was being smart and everything, running in, running out. Just disrespectful to this store. You understand what I'm saying? They just disrespected the store to the Target. Now there's not going to be no more Target. Now what they going to do? Now what's going to happen to this neighborhood?
Surveillance videos like these routinely show brazen levels of criminal activity. Shoplifting on a large scale has become a national crisis, costing retailers over $112 billion in losses last year, according to a National Retail Federation survey. Target's East Harlem store is one of 9 locations it's closing nationwide, all for the same reason.
That they returned to the scene of the crime to retrieve an item left behind. Can you believe it?
People work as hard for their money, and I don't think that it's okay for you just to demand free things.
At the Premier Nail Supply store in Marietta, things are back to normal Wednesday night. But at the lunch hour, September 19th, the owner says 2 female suspects came into the store appearing to want to buy supplies. When it came time to pay, they instead ran out, carrying about $600 in merchandise. Inside the store are numerous surveillance cameras. The owner shared the footage exclusively with Fox 11. You can see the cashier and the owner, dressed in blue, chasing after the alleged robbers. But it went from bad to worse. One of the suspects returned to the store when she realized she left behind her phone, which included a driver's license. She aggressively demanded the phone back. The owner and clerk said if you return the items, we'll give you your phone back. No questions asked. Then it got really ugly. Instead, the alleged female robber gets violent, throwing the owner to the ground and roughing up the cashier, who is pregnant.
Granted, robbing a nail supply store isn't exactly an Einstein move, but forgetting your phone and coming back for it, even worse. The people we spoke to here today
Just undercover human trafficking sting in Polk County history. More than 200 people are facing charges tonight, among them a local school athletic director and coach and a few Disney employees. Fox 13's Carla Byron joins us live from the Polk County Sheriff's Office. So, Carla, this operation had some pretty significant results.
Yeah, Sheriff Grady Judd said some of the suspects brought weapons or drugs with them to the undercover location. Some even brought their children with them, which is unusual to say the least. He adds a lot of the suspects and victims were here in the country illegally.
She's one of the human traffickers.
Out of the 219 arrests in the undercover multi-agency operation,
she's the one that was setting the appointments. She's the one that were prostituting 2 young ladies.
2 suspects, one from Chicago and another from Orlando, were arrested for human trafficking, a life felony, and 2 others are still under investigation.
He loaned her $2,200 to repair a vehicle, and she didn't have the money to pay it back.